Good morning. Have a nice day. Today I am going to take cloud computing and virtualization. Before going to see the cloud computing and virtualization, I will give my introduction. I am Dr. R JOSPHINELEELA, working as a professor in the Department of Information Technology in Panimula Institute of Technology. So, the topic is cloud computing and virtualization. It is a very important topic in the information technology or recent technology. These are the topics we are going to see: how cloud computing works and advantages and disadvantages, deployment models, service models, cloud computing architecture and types of storage, types of virtualization. Next, in this topic, the three important topics are cloud computing and virtualization, types of cloud. Now, I'll take cloud computing. So, cloud computing is a technique or it is process to access the resources from the remote system. There are two types of resources. One is logical resource, another one is physical resources. So, logical resource in the sense files and data, and physical resources, the component or in the system, CPU processor and the RAM and other devices. So, if you do not have enough resources in your system for doing your process, it means that for doing a complex process, you can access these type of resources from the remote system through the internet. So, that is the main concept of cloud computing. Then how cloud computing works? There are three layers are there in the cloud computing. One layer is that front end layer and the second one back end and intermediate layer. The intermediate layer is called as a virtualization. Next one, these are the advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing and reduce the cost. So, if you have resources in your system, but that resources are not suitable for your process, you can take the resource from other system, and that resources if you are taking, definitely the cost will be reduced. So, that is very important advantages of cloud computing. Next, you can share the resources. Then disadvantage of cloud computing is security and downtime. And the security in the sense, without having the authentication and authorization, you cannot take the data or you cannot access the resources, physical resources from other systems. Next, different types of model. Already I told you that three important topics are present in this cloud computing and virtualization. One I said cloud computing, second one virtualization and different types of model. So, different types of model if you take it, there are two categorization. One is that deployment model, another one is what? Service model. So, deployment model is that four types of deployment model. One is the private cloud, second one public cloud deployment model, community cloud model and hybrid cloud models. So, private cloud model, if you are making a cloud concept in your system and in the same organization you are accessing the logical resources and physical resource, this is called as a private. So, if you are accessing the resources from the remote system, that is called public cloud. The combination of the cloud model also you can use it. So, that is called as a hybrid cloud model. The next topic is service model. So, service model, what are the services you can do if you are accessing the resources from that remote system? Three types of services you can do it: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service and software as a service. Platform as a service in the sense, if you do not have a platform for doing your process, you can take the type of resources from the remote system. And software as a service in the sense, the required software, example Perl or Python, if you do not have in your system and if you want to buy, instead of buying that resources, you can get from that remote system. So, these type of services you can perform using that cloud concept and virtualization concept. The next important topic of cloud computing is storage. So, what are the type of storage are available in your system? That is two types of storage. One is an internal storage, another one is an external storage. So, internal storage, you know that the hard disk and other devices and main memory, that you can take it as an internal storage. External storage, next one is that external devices which are you are using for storing the content, that is called external storage. Then you can ask, if I have a cloud, what type of storage I can have? So, you can have a cloud storage in your system. The cloud storage are, that is what, no need to spend your memory space in your system. Instead of that, the third is memory space, that is shared memory space. You can use it for storing your content without spending your size and without spending your resources in your system. Then, so if you are having three types of storage, and if you are having a cloud concept in your system, you can do the three types of storages, that is what, that is computer storage, secondary storage and the cloud storage. In here the cloud storage is very important, and cloud concept if you are implementing in your system, these are the process you can do. Download the data from the storage, upload the document from the storage, and file sharing also possible. Then very important technique in the cloud computing is that virtualization. The virtualization is a method or process to implement the cloud concept in your computer. So, cloud contains that the virtualization technique. The virtualization makes that two types of virtualization. One is a full virtualization, another one is that para virtualization. Now, you see these among these three topics, now we are going to see that virtualization. The virtualization is that ability to run different types of operating system in your computer. So, if you have a virtualization concept in your computer, you can have a different types of operating system in your system. That is, one operating system is called as a host operating system, another one is called as a guest operating system. So, guest operating system is residing in the virtualization, and the host operating system is permanently present in your system. So, now you see the slide contains server without virtualization. Before applying the virtualization concept in your computer, it has the structure, that is that first layer is application software, second layer it contains the operating system, and third one is that hardware devices. So, operating system, it is called that host operating system, and if you have a virtualization, that one more layer is added with your computer, that is called as a virtualization. Next slide shows that virtualization. Here one is the application, libraries, operating system and hardware. The second layer intimating that you have a virtualization in your computer. For implementing the cloud or for taking the resources from the remote system, you have a virtualization layer in your system, and for the virtualization you have to use the VMware softwares, otherwise other internal softwares you can use it. One is OpenNebula and OpenStack, you can use it for implementing that private cloud. That's all. And hypervisor, it is a virtual machine monitor for monitoring that process of a system. If you are applying the virtualization, and I said if you have a virtualization in your computer, you can download that resources, and any type of resources you can download. During that time, the viruses will affect your system, it leads your system to be in the ideal state, that will be avoided by the hypervisor. Dear students or other members, you take care of that security if you have a virtualization in your computer. Thank you.